Okay, guys. I hope everyone have solved the given homework problems. Two problems I have given for the homework. Okay, if not, I'm just explaining here. Just please observe. Okay. So first of all, 13th question. In 13th question, guys, we already know. I mean, charges are there at here x is equal to 0 and 1, 2, 3, so on, and the charges placed is what, guys? Here the charge is q, 4q, and 9q, 16q, so on. Okay, so we already know that E net, electric field net, is equal to E1 plus E2 plus so on. Okay, if you could, first of all, E1 is equal to K into Q by R square, that we can write it as okay, so this is capital KQ. Okay, KQ by 1, that is KQ. Similarly, E2 is equal to KQ by R2 square. Okay, so we can write here K into 4Q by 2R means 4R square. So 4 will get cancelled. Ultimately what we left is once again KQ. If you clearly observe that E net is equal to, we all will be KQ, KQ, so on. That is common is KQ. When we take common, what we will get is NKQ, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon K NQ. So option 4 is your answer. Okay, option 4 is the answer. And for 14th question, you can observe the given is here Q1 is equal, and here it is a Q2, and here A is equal to 2 centimeter, and here B is equal to 1 centimeter. So we already the electric field will be here in this direction. It is E2. I'm considering electric field due to Q2 is E2, and here due to Q1 is E1, and this is the net electric field at an angle of theta. Okay, so theta is equal to, we already know that tan theta is equal to what, guys? E2 by E1. Tan theta is equal to what, guys? E2 by E1. So first of all, we will discuss E1. E1 is equal to, we can write it as KQ1 by A square. KQ1 by A square. Okay, so and E2 is equal to KQ2 by B square. Okay, so we can write here E2 by E1 as Q2 by Q1 and into Q2 by Q1. Okay, so here Q2, and we can write this as into, and we can write this as A by B whole square. Okay, so Q2 value is how much, guys? Q2 is equal to 1 microcoulomb. So we can write here it is as 1 by 2 into 2 by 1 whole square, that is tan theta. So upon cross cancelling, we are getting tan theta is equal to 2. Okay, so the answer is option 2. Option 2 is your answer. Option 2 is your answer. Okay, hope you all understood. Yeah, once again welcoming you all to the physics class by Jyoti Kumar. So in the very previous classes, we were discussing about the charge distributions, that is intensity of charge due to a circular arc, circular ring, then after straight line of infinite length, then after semi-infinite length and finite length at axial point and equatorial point. Different things we have discussed. Okay, in today's class, of course, due to some miscommunications, we have just added one topic there. Okay, so in today's class, we are going to discuss electric field intensity due to a uniform circular disk. Okay, uniformly charged circular disk. Okay, so this is the topic we're having. So in today's class is what, guys? Electric field strength. Electric field strength due to a uniformly charged circular disk. Okay, so this is the topic today, guys. Electric field strength due to a uniformly charged circular disk. So first of all, what do you mean by the word disk? So it is a solid like this. Okay, so more precisely, we can write a lid, a container of a circular bottle. We can call it as a disk. Okay, so CD, compact disc, it is also called as a disk. Now guys, what is the electric field strength due to a disk? That we are going to discuss in today's class. So yeah. Okay, so this is a circular disc. Okay, and this is the center. Okay, and here it is having a radius of r. It is having a radius r. Now I'm considering a point x. I'm considering a point x. Okay, from the center O. Okay, and this point is P. I am here to find the electric field due to the circular disk at point P. Okay, guys. Now, in order to obtain, first we required. What is the formula, guys? Electric field E is equal to integration of dE cos theta. This is the formula. How we got this integration of dE cos theta? So if you clearly observe, guys, so here, first of all, I'm considering a small element like this. Okay, I'm considering a small element, okay, at a height of y, at a height of how much, guys? Y. Okay, now here this is a thickness. For this it is having a thickness of dy. I'm considering a small elemental thickness of dy, okay, at a height of y. Now the effective distance between the point and the this element is square root of x square plus y square. Okay, guys. Now if you clearly observe that electric field due to this point will be in this way. So it is dE. Okay, so dE can be resolved into two components, dE cos theta, and here it is dE sin theta. So dE sin theta is equal in magnitude due to the line of symmetry. So dE sin theta terms were getting cancelled, and what we left is dE cos theta. So that dE cos theta we are integrating in order to obtain the electric field. Okay, so first of all, what is the electric field due to this dE? dE can be written as dE is equal to, dE is what, guys? Element. Okay, for the small element we can write this as 1 by 4 pi epsilon dq by x square plus r square, sorry, x square plus y square, x square plus y square. This is the formula. Okay, so this is the formula for what, guys? dE. But here we know the, okay, so dE we can obtain, but what is about dq? dq we don't know. So dq can be written as dq is equal to, okay, sigma. So what do you mean by the word sigma? Sigma is nothing but sigma is equal to surface charge density. Sigma is equal to what, guys? Surface charge density, which can be written as Q by surface area. Surface area. So if it is a circular means pi r square, if it is a square means we are having L into B. If it is a sorry, A square, if it is a rectangle means L into B, depends upon that particular. Okay, so here it is sigma is equal to Q by surface area in general formula. Okay, so we can write here as dq by, and the small element we are considering it is what, guys? 2 pi y dy. 2 pi y is the total complete circumference, and its thickness is dy. So the surface area can be found using the 2 pi y into dy. So from this we can write here dq is equal to sigma 2 pi y dy. Okay, now keeping all those in the equation, we are getting E is equal to integration of so 1 by 4 pi epsilon, I'm writing it as k for better simple easy, I mean for easy calculation. So I can write it as k, and we are having what, guys? So here it is dq means sigma. Okay, so I will write a little top so that okay, that implies here dq. Okay, so this is I can write here dq is equal to sigma 2 pi y dy. Okay, now keep it aside. Now we are having e bar is equal to, so integration of, we can write here k into, okay, so here it is k, and we are having dq is equal to what, guys? 2, so sigma 2 pi y dy by and x square plus y square, and here cos theta is equal to what, guys? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is x by square root of x square plus y square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, overall we can write this as, okay, so which are common? What are the terms common, guys? Sorry, constant k, sigma 2 pi and x. So I can write here as k, sigma 2 pi x. These all are the constants, so we can write this, okay, integration y dy by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. This is the final. So upon integration this term, we are getting the value for the electric field due to a circular disk. Okay, guys, so as the space is very less, I'm going to the topmost. Once again, guys, here the logic is very simple. Just observe. First of all, I'm considering a circular disk of radius, how much, guys? R. Circular disk of radius R, and I'm considering a point P at a distance of x. Okay, now I'm considering a small element at a height of y and the elemental thickness of dy. Okay, now as we already know that whatever the electric field acts at an angle of theta, here it is acting at an angle, electric field acting at an angle theta, so it will be resolved into two components, dE cos theta and dE sin theta. dE sin theta, due to the line of symmetry, it will form equal and opposite forces which is going to cancel each other. So we can write here electric field due to point P is equal to integration of dE cos theta, but dE is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon dq by x square plus y square. But dq is equal to what, guys? dq is equal to sigma 2 pi by dy. Okay, 2 pi by dy is a small elemental area. So upon substituting all those terms, and we are separating constants and integrating terms separately, we are having k sigma 2 pi x into integration of y dy by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. Okay. So what we are having, guys, here, the terms were k sigma 2 pi x Okay, and integration of y dy by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. Okay, so directly doing this is a little bit complicated. So integration of these terms is little bit complicated. So I'm considering here. So the integration term, I mean limits are 0 to r, guys. Okay, so here what I'm doing is I'm considering x square plus y square is equal to some z square. X square plus y square is equal to how much, guys? Z square. From this what we can write, see x is always a constant value, so differentiate with this, differentiating upon differentiating we can write here, so x is a constant value, its y is equal to 0. We can write here 2y dy is equal to 2z dz. Okay, now to do cancel, what we left is y dy is equal to z dz. So instead of y dy I can able to place z dz. So what we can able to write, guys, here k sigma 2 pi x. Okay, so here 0 to r integration, and y, instead of y dy I am keeping z dz by, and here it is z square whole power 3 by 2. So square square cancel, what we left is k into sigma 2 pi x, integration is 0 to r, z dz by z cube. So z, it will become how much? Z square. Okay, so yes, guys, so it is how much, guys? So we can write here the term k sigma 2 pi x, and here it is 0 to r. Okay, so here z dz we can be written as what? G z by z square. Okay, so upon calculating, I mean we already know that integration of z square is how much, guys? So we discussed this in one type, I mean it is simply how much, guys? We can write it as z power minus 2. Okay, z power minus 2. Z power minus 2 means we can write it as integration of z power minus 2 means we can write it as z power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. That we are getting how much? Z power minus 1 by minus 1. That is ultimately we are getting k into sigma 2 pi x integration. Okay, so I mean already integration completed, so it is minus 1 by z, minus 1 by z whole power, I mean limits are r and 0. Clear, guys? So this is our final term, k sigma 2 pi x minus 1 z, and limits are r and 0. But z is equal to x square plus y square whole power 1 by 2. X square plus y square whole power 1 by 2. So by substituting the values here, so what we are getting, guys? K into sigma 2 pi x, and here minus, so once I'm substituting the r, so instead of y I'm substituting what, guys? R. So we are getting here minus 1 by x square plus r square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, minus, and here minus of minus will become plus 1 by x square plus x square plus, we are having r, instead of r it is 0 whole power 1 by 2. Okay, now so from these terms we can write here k sigma 2 pi x, so we can write here 1 by x minus 1 by x square plus r square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, by multiplying x inside, by multiplying x inside, okay, so by multiplying x inside, we are having k sigma 2 pi 1 minus, so x will cancel, what we are multiplying x, we are getting x by square root of x square plus r square whole power 1 by 2. Okay, guys. So this is the, and we, by substituting k is equal to how much, guys? 1 by 4 pi epsilon. So we are getting here sigma by 2 epsilon, sigma by 2 epsilon. Okay, 1 minus x by x square plus r square whole power 1 by 2. This is the final formula we are getting. Okay, now for example, x value is 0, x is equal to 0. So when we keep x is equal to 0, we are getting the electric field as sigma by 2 epsilon. This is the form. Okay, so I'm writing it the sidewise so that you can able to observe. Okay, so what we are getting, guys, E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon. So this is the our final answer, guys. So electric field due to a point at its center is how much? Sigma by 2 epsilon. Okay, so for a circular disc of radius capital R. So this is how we can able to find out the electric field strength due to a uniformly charged circular disk. So we already know that for a circular ring, it is 0 at the center of the circular ring, but for a uniformly charged circular disk, its value is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, E is equal to 0 for circular ring and E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon for circular disk. I hope you all understood. This is a simple calculation. Once if you go through that, I mean, once you practice the derivation, you can understand it very easily. Okay, this is how we can able to find out for what, guys? For electric field strength due to a uniformly charged circular disk. Okay, so okay, guys, so till now we discussed about the electric field strength due to a uniformly charged sheet. Okay, but uniformly charged circular disk. Now we will discuss the here electric field strength due to a uniformly charged sheet. Sir, what is the need of discussing separately? See, guys, we have to see, first of all, we are discussed about the point charges. Okay. Second, we discussed about the line charges. Third, we discussed about the surface charges. Then after, we are going to discuss about the solids. So first of all, I mean, first, see, in order to create a building, we are constructing the whole building at its time. I mean, so directly we are constructing the all whole building at a time. No, na. So first of all, we are laying the foundation. Then one side we are creating a wall. Then after second wall. So that is, I mean, first 1D, next 2D, next 3D. Similarly, here whatever the line we discussed, and infinite straight line, semi-infinite line, and finite line, those all are 1D. Point charges, first we discussed point charges, next 1D, then after we have discussed about the circular ring. Okay, that is 2D, and the next one is circular disc. Okay, it is also 2D. Now similarly we are discussing for the uniformly charged sheet. Okay, so charged sheet means, okay, so charged sheet means like this, the charge is spread throughout the space like this or not. Now if you clearly observe that, so we can able to consider, so a circular ring like this. Here I am going to consider a circular ring. Now I am considering a point E at this point. Okay, P. Okay, electric field due to the point. Okay. Now here it is what, guys? Point P. I am considering electric field due to this. Okay, if you clearly observe that it is a circle. Okay, since it is a circle, its radius R is fixed. But this, I mean, this is a whole surface. So I am considering its to the whole it is infinity. Okay, so whatever the previous equation we are having, the previous equation, which one we are having, guys? So we the previous equation is, okay, so the previous equation we are having is E is equal to integration of dE cos theta. That is, we can write this as, okay, so it is what, guys? 0 to infinity. I mean, previously we discussed for what? 0 to r, but we are discussing with 0 to infinity. Okay, sigma 2 pi x y dy by 4 pi epsilon x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. This is the formula. Okay, by resolving all those, we are getting the formula sigma by 2 epsilon, as like just before. Okay, as like just before, the only thing is we are just placing infinity. In before case we discussed, it has how much, guys? It has r. The just before the limits are what? 0 to r for disk circular disk. uh, E is equal to 0 to r dE cos theta. But for the circle, for the whole sheet, it is the limits are 0 to infinity. And by solving, we are getting the same formula as like before. Okay, so electric field strength due to a uniformly charged circular disk or circular long sheet will be sigma by 2 epsilon. Okay, so this is what about. Okay, guys, now we will discuss about the electric dipole. Okay, so what do you mean by the word electric dipole? Electric dipole. Okay, so what do you mean by the word electric dipole? It's system of two charges. A system of two charges and opposite, so two charges. Okay, yeah, we get this. A system of two charges of equal magnitude and opposite nature separated by certain distance is called electric dipole. Okay, guys, so a system of two charges of equal magnitude and opposite nature separated by certain distance is called electric dipole. So for example, we are having negative charge q minus, and here it is q plus. Now these two, the distance between these two can be, so it is, yeah, it is can be written as 2a. Okay, so here this 2a is called as dipole, and it is a vector. It is what? Dipole, and it is a vector. Okay, so next, electric dipole moment. See, sir, why we are discussing molecules like water, ammonia will have this electric dipole. So the center of the positive and negative charges were separated by very small distances. So those are, I mean, the molecules which are having the center of positive and negative charges at very smaller distances, then it is called as electric dipole. Okay, so dipole has a very significance in our electrostatics. Of course, in coming topics we can discuss about that. Okay, so these all are basics, guys. These all are basics. Okay, now coming to the next one, electric dipole moment. electric dipole moment. So what is the momentum, guys? What do you mean by the word here momentum generally? Mass and its moment of a force. Moment of a force is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. Is it right? Similarly here, electric dipole moment will be represented as P bar. P bar is equal to Q into 2A bar. So electric dipole moment, so it is represented as what, by guys? P bar. P bar is equal to Q into 2A bar. So Q is charge and 2A bar is the distance between the charge. So electric dipole moment is defined as the product of either of charge and distance between the charges. Okay, so electric dipole means a system of two charges of equal magnitude and opposite nature separated by a certain distance, and certain distance can be what, guys? 2A. Okay, and that 2A is also called as what? Dipole. And 2A is a vector quantity. Okay, so always the direction is from negative to positive. Okay, so guys, I mean the direction of electric field. Okay, this is about the point. Okay, now coming to the next one here, electric dipole moment. P bar can be given as Q into 2A bar. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, in dipole concept, we are having 3 points. Okay, electric field at 3 points we have to discuss. First one is, okay, electric field on axial point of dipole. This is one concept. Okay, second one is equatorial point. Everything is same, but only changes equatorial point. Third one is everything is same, but general point. Okay, guys, so electric field on axial point of a dipole, electric field on equatorial point of dipole, and electric field on general point of dipole. These 3 topics we are going to discuss and ending the class after this, guys. Okay, guys, so first of all, what do you mean by the word electric field on axial pole of dipole? So we already discussed the axial point, is it right? So intensity of electric field due to a finite line on its axial pole, but the charge is uniform there. But here the charge is not uniform. Here only 2 charges. Okay, 2 charges. So here it is minus Q and here it is plus Q, and here the center and the distance of separation is A, and here the distance of separation is A. Okay, so this is Q. Okay, so in this situation we are finding the, for example, axial point, this is a point P. Okay, now it is at a distance of R from the center. Okay, I'm considering, see, 2 charges minus Q and plus Q separated by a distance of total 2A, and from center A and A. And now I'm considering a point P at a distance of R from the center of these 2 charges. Okay, now I'm going to find out the electric field at this point. If you clearly observe, guys, electric field, I mean whenever 2 charged particles are there, electric field will be given by E is equal to EA plus EB. I mean based on the principle of superposition. Based on the principle of superposition, we can write here E net is equal to EA plus EB. But you need to keep one point very clear in the mind. So what is EA? So this is the point A and this is the point B. So EA is nothing but electric field due to Q. I mean here it is a point charge A. So EA can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon, and here we can write it as Q by q by what is r plus a whole square. Clear, guys? And similarly, EB can be written as EB is equal to, we can write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r minus a whole square. So from the here we can clear that EB is greater than EA. Why EB is greater? Because the denominator is small and here the denominator is high. If denominator is high, the whole value will be small. If denominator is small, whole value will be high. So EB is greater than EA. So I can write here E net is equal to EB minus EA. Sir, you written plus here, na? But why you written EB minus EA? If you clearly observe that, guys, the electric field at this point will be so here it is in this direction. Okay, and the direction of the negative field will be opposite to the actual electric field. Okay, for example, if you consider this, I mean the electric field is like this, so the EB will be, EA will be opposite. If EB is this side, means EA will be this side. So the net electric field is EB minus EA. So here it is EB and here it is, sorry, this is EA and here it is EB. So EB minus EA is the net electric field. Clear, guys? So here, this is how we can able to find out the electric field. Okay, now EB minus EA. So from this we can write this as 1 by 4 pi epsilon q is common. So we can write here 1 by 4 pi epsilon q. Okay, or simply q by 4 pi epsilon is common, and what we left is 1 by r minus a whole square. Okay, EB whole square plus so sorry, here it is a minus 1 by r plus a whole square, like this. Okay, so upon simplification we will get here, what we get here, q by 4 pi epsilon, and here we are getting r plus a whole square, means we are getting what, guys? So r square plus a square plus 2ra, and here it is r square plus a square minus 2ra. So r square and a square will cancel, and ultimately what the terms we are getting, 4ra by r square minus a square whole square. Clear? So this is the formula, we are getting. Okay, so here if you clearly observe that, so just before we discussed what, P is equal to Q into 2A. Okay, so from this we can write this as, the final formula can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2pr by r square minus a square whole square. This is the final formula for the electric dipole. Okay, and here it is I mean the electric field in the along the point px. Okay, so here along the point P, so in this way the electric field will be in this way. Clear, guys? So this is how we can able to discuss for the electric field on axial point of dipole. So once again, very simply I'm telling, so whenever two system of particles are there, so we know that electric field will be added up, EA plus EB, but EA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r plus a whole square. We already know that the direction of the electric field for negative charge is always opposite to the positive charge. So if I consider the positive charge in this way, the electric field for the negative charge will be opposite. So I can write here E net is equal to EB minus EA. Why EB minus EA? Because EB is greater when compared to the EA. So we can write it as q by 4 pi epsilon 1 by r minus a whole square minus 1 by r plus a whole square. So upon all simplification we are getting the final formula as q by 4 pi epsilon 4 r a by r square minus a square whole square. So upon but we already know that P is equal to Q into 2A. So substituting Q into 2A is equal to P, we are getting 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 PR by R square plus A square, R square minus A square whole square. And the direction is along the P, okay, along the P axis. Okay, so this is what the electric field on axial point of dipole. Similarly, we can able to find the, so please note this point. The final values, those are very important. We will get the terms very easily at the end. Okay. Okay, guys. So consider two charges as like before. I need a little more space. As like before, this is minus q and this is plus q, and separated by distance of a, and here is also separated by a distance a from the center O. Now consider a point vertically above the point O like this, okay, at a distance of r. Now due to this is a plus charge, so due to this the electric field is away from like this, okay. So and due to this q, the direction of electric field will be like this, so the net electric field will be in this way, okay. So this electric field, this is EB and here it is EA. If you clearly observe that the magnitudes of EA and EB are same. Why EA and EB are same, guys? Because both are having equal magnitudes and separated by a same distances. Okay, so if you clearly observe that EA and EB are same, but if you clearly observe that when we resolve into these components, okay, we are vertically we are having dE sine theta, okay. So here, sorry, E sine theta, and here it is E cos theta, okay. So E sine theta are equal in magnitude and they will get, due to the symmetry, they are cancelled, okay. And what we left is 2 E cos theta. So we can write here as E bar is equal to EA cos theta plus EB cos theta. That is, since we can both are equal, I can write it as 2EA cos theta. Okay, so EA can be written as how, guys? 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by, and the effective distance is r square plus a square, okay, r square plus a square, okay. So because the radius is we can write this r square plus a square. Now cos theta is there. Cos theta means adjacent side by, sorry, okay. So theta is here, so theta is here means what might be here also we can write theta, here we can write theta. So based on that condition, so theta can be written as here it is theta, so we can write this as how much, guys? A by square root of r square plus a square, okay. So overall what we are getting, guys, 2qa by 4 pi epsilon r square plus a square whole power 3 by 2. So this is the formula for the electric field on a equatorial point of dipole. But we already know that q into 2a is equal to p, so we can write here E is equal to p by 4 pi epsilon r square plus a square whole power 3 by 2. This is the formula. Clear, guys? So this is the final formula for the what? Electric field on equatorial point of dipole. So in textbooks or in your material, they have given another method which is a lengthy and somewhat confusing one, but this is a very very simple and easiest method when comparing to the that method. Okay, hope you all understood. Okay, electric field on axial and equatorial points of dipole. Okay, electric field on axial and equatorial points of dipole when A is very very less than R. If A value is very less than R, what might be the values of electric field? Okay, so if you clearly observe that, what is the formula, guys, in general for axial point? For axial point, the formula is, okay, we can write this as E bar is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 p r by r square minus a square whole square. Okay, so and coming to the next, for equatorial point, E bar is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon, okay, p r by r square minus a square whole square. Okay, for A is very less than R, means we can neglect the R, so it will be how much, guys? E bar is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 p r by r power 4. So it will get cancelled, and ultimately what we left is E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 p by r cube. Okay, 2 p bar. So p bar is nothing but moment. Okay, so dipole moment. And similarly here we can write here E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon p bar by r cube. These are the two formulas. Okay, so these are the two formulas for the electric field on axial and equatorial points of dipole when A is very less than the R. Okay,